Good morning everyone. Today we're going to be evaluating expressions by using substitution. Let's talk about that word substitution. So have you heard that word outside of a maths classroom before? So where have you heard the word substitution before? So I can think of a few examples. If, say, you're watching a sports match, so a football match here, if you're making a substitution, you're swapping one player for another player. So say if one player gets too tired, you can bring on a substitute from the bench, or if a player gets injured, you bring on a substitution. So you're replacing when you make that substitution. Another example is, let's say you have a substitute teacher. So if you've got a cover lesson, so let's say your teacher's busy on a course or your teacher's off sick for the day, you will have a substitute teacher to come in and replace that teacher. So substitute literally just means swap one thing for another. So in maths, it means the same thing. In substitution, it means replace. So let's say if x is 4, y is 5, and z is 2, this word evaluate means just find the value of these expressions. So I'm going to do these 5 questions first, and then I'm going to get you to pause the video and try 5 of your own. So the first question is 3x. So this means 3 lots of x. Well, what do I know about x? Well, I'm told in the question that x is equal to 4. So really, this question means 3 lots of 4, because I'm replacing that x for the 4. So 3 times by 4 gives me 12, and that is my answer. I have evaluated that expression. Let's evaluate the next expression. So I've got 3 lots of x, and then I'm adding on y. So I'm doing 3 lots of 4, and then adding on y, but we know that y is 5, so I'm adding on 5. So 3 lots of 4, and then add 5. I need to do my multiplication first, so I'm thinking about my BIDMAS order of operations. So 3 times 4 is 12, and then if I add 5 to 12, that gives me 17, which is my final answer. Let's evaluate the next expression. So I'm doing 3 lots of x, so I'm doing 3 lots of 4, and then I'm adding on 2 lots of y. Remember, if y is 5, I'm adding on 2 lots of 5. So 3 lots of 4 is 12, and I add on 2 lots of 5, which is 10. So I'm doing my multiplications first before I add them together. That gives me 22, because 12 add 10 makes 22. Okay, let's evaluate the next expression. So 3 lots of x, so 3 lots of 5, and then I'm adding on what? What am I adding on? What is z? Well, z is 2, right? So 3 lots of 4, which is 12, and then I add on 2, so that will give me 14. Okay, and then this last expression we need to evaluate. It's very similar to the last one, but instead of adding on 2, we need to take away 2, because we're taking away z, and z is 2. So 3 lots of 4, which is 12, and then take away 2, that gives me my 10 as my final answer. Okay, please can you pause the video and evaluate these 5 expressions. Okay, so our first one, so 5 lots of x, but we know that x is 4, so really this question means 5 lots of 4, which is 20. Next one, so 5 lots of x means 5 lots of 4, and then if I add y to it, that means I'm adding 5. So I'm doing 20 plus 5 to get 25. Next question, 5 lots of x means 5 lots of 4, and then I'm adding on 3 lots of y. But y is 5, so I'm doing 3 lots of 5, which is 15. So it's 20 plus 15 gives me 35. Okay, 5 lots of x, so that means 5 lots of 4, which is 20. And I'm adding on z, which means I add on 2. So altogether I have 22. And my final expression to evaluate, 5 lots of x means 5 lots of 4, which is 20. And now I'm taking away z, so I'm taking away 2, which gives me 18 as my final answer. So for your classwork for today, your first task is very similar to what we just done. You're evaluating these expressions. So for example, in your first sequence of questions, we are told that x is equal to 3. So if x is equal to 3, in question 1 you would have to do 3 add 7, because we know that x is 3. So we're making that substitution. Okay, so work your way through that and do as much as you can in an hour. And if you're feeling confident, you will be able to go into that challenge section, which is a bit harder because it's got some negative numbers in there. Alright, so let me know how you get on. If you need any help, please just get in contact with me and I'll be available to help you through Google Classroom. Alright, thanks very much guys.